All right, so I might be a few days late to this, but I've just not gotten to this yet. So, we're talking about Richard Zimmerman's retirement because Richard Zimmerman is stepping down as the Six Flags CEO at the end of 2025. He will continue to serve as CEO until his successor has been appointed or approved. The board is going to search to identify the next CEO. One reason I think Zimmerman is stepping down is not only because of the mistakes that they made during the offseason last year for not announcing ride closures. Like, if they would have announced them, that would have been cool. But, people emailing the parks and the parks saying these attractions will return for the 2026 season with the instances of Anaconda and King Ka. And those two rides didn't return. And I think it was very wrong for them to straight up lie to the general public about this because, you had the world's tallest roller coaster, and you had a very classic Arrow Looper that people still liked at King's Dominion that they just simply gutted, both of them, and their plots are empty right now. So, do we see why Zimmerman? I think Zimmerman just quit or retired due to those two reasons. What they're calling this is a CEO succession plan, which that can mean a lot of different things. I don't think, however, I don't think Zimmerman is retiring simply because of the financial state. I think he's retiring because of all the hate, and it's just because he's also getting older. He's in his 70s. So it is time for him to take the foot off the gas and do his job as a grand. I think he has a grandchildren. So Salim Basul, the board of directors. Now first, before we get into Salim Basul, Six Flags recently fired all the people on the board except for Salim. Now, before everybody blames Zimmerman for all the park problems we had, it wasn't Zimmerman. The park problems we had were not Zimmerman. Surprisingly, and people may find this hilarious or may find me lying, but I've talked to a few people and they also agree with me. Zimmerman was not in control of the decisions at the park for the most part. That is Salim Basul. So why would Salim Basul be making those decisions? Well, CEO doesn't do much. Now, since Salim is the board, he controls a lot of park level stuff. So, less staffing could be his fault. Well, we don't need all the staffing we need, to be honest. Less rides being open, rides shutting down early, parks shutting down for the entire day or early. That's his decision, and when it all comes down to it. And from what I've heard, I don't think he'll take over as CEO. I think they'll try to find someone different, but if they don't find someone different, they'll probably pick Salim. Now, one issue the chain has, I think, they're on a ticking time bomb because there's a $1 billion bond thing that will add to their debt in 2027, I think, because of Over Georgia. So the CEO that's coming in needs to figure it out, and he needs to figure it out now. Because if he does not figure it out, trust me, it's not going to be nice for the company to deal with, because the company's just going to have to deal with a bunch of crap and everything. And I still, as long as the chain's existing, or the parks are existing, when I graduate high school in 2027, I plan to work at Kings Island, and I've said that. And And, this has been my decision for, since 2022. And the merger, did it shake up that plan? A little bit. But what do you guys think about Zimmerman stepping down? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Let me know in the comments down below. If you want more Six Flags notifications, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button with the bell. Or follow me on my X, Jacob Does Everything, or at JD Everything. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.